President Obama calling on Congress to approve funds to train to arm moderate Syrian rebels in the fight against the Islamic State. Joining us tonight, Congressman Diane Black, member of both the House Budget and Ways and Means Committee. And Congressman, I've got to say that I call you Congressman because that's what you prefer. If the audience may be a little confused, and I don't blame them. But it's great to see you.
Oh, it's great to be with you this evening.
What did you think of the President's 14-minute address to the nation?
I think it was lame. We haven't heard anything from the President over these last several months where we've continued to see the escalation of this terrorist group, ISIS, and yet this evening he came on with very little details on a plan. And we're going to have to hear more about his plan before we can approve the additional funding and the additional military services that he is asking for.
Various news organizations have assessed the mood and the will of the House in particular, and find the House divided on this, but leadership seems to be well behind the President. Am I reading what's going on here correctly?
Well, during the day, we also had some experts come in and talk to us about what's happening over there in Iraq and Syria. Actually, we heard several months ago from a number of military leaders, including General Petraeus, about the effort that ISIS is having throughout Iraq. Of course, there was a vacuum left there, and they filled the vacuum. And the seriousness of that, and we've heard that as our other colleagues have traveled to the Middle East, and they've heard it from Netanyahu and so forth. So this is nothing new, that there is obviously a real threat there.
Congressman, what I'm asking you is are the members of the House united with the leadership on what is going on? Are they going to support as enthusiastically as apparently your leadership is the President here?
Not from what I'm hearing right now, because they want more information. We have a very serious decision to make here. And I'm really disappointed that the President comes to us at the 11th hour when we're getting ready to pass a continuing resolution, and all of a sudden now this is a crisis and he needs us to vote on this right away, again without a plan. And until we see the plan, until we get more details, I don't think anybody is ready to jump on. I'm not sure about our leaders. We did have a very brief conference this afternoon, and they were making points about what the President said to them in their closed-door meeting yesterday. But as far as the general membership goes, I continue to hear from my colleagues. They want more details. They want a plan that is a well-thought-out plan.
And 14 minutes doesn't quite get it.
No, it doesn't.
I have to ask you, because you are a terrific judge of political, if you will, philosophy and warfare. Why in the world would the President seek this airtime? All of the networks, by the way, ended up giving him time for his address of 14 minutes. What are the politics? How does that make any sense? Because it's not enough time to tell anybody, to convince anyone of the situation and the threat. It's not enough time to persuade anyone. What was the purpose here?
Lou, I believe that, as I have seen so many times with this President, he looks at the polls. He sees that his numbers are sinking, and he believes he's got to come out and do something. The American people in the last poll showed that they have great concern about ISIS and the national threat to us. Obviously, the ISIS leaders say they want to plant a flag at the White House. So it does scare the American people when they see that they lopped off the heads of two of our reporters. And it is a very serious situation, and I think he knew that by the polls, and he felt like he needed to do something.
And you think frankly, this 14-minute address accomplished something then for him politically?
I don't think it accomplishes much at all for him, because I think the American people will see that it was lame. I think that people will look at that and say, didn't give us very much to go on. So I think he just felt like he had to do something. He had to involve Congress in it.
Well, Congressman, always good to talk with you. We thank you for being with us. Congressman Diane Black.
Thank you for